keep God first. I see evil, when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the fingers keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like Uncle Sam. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in. We don't do it for the bands though, we don't do it for the clout. Legacy on the line, so I'm moving in and out. Seen good ones turn top dog, greedy ones get knocked off. I keep looking at the bench like I could never not ball. Coach keep me in the game, Curry deadly with the range. I keep looking in the mirror like, who is he? I'm insane. Who am I? He insane. Guess I am the one to blame. What's done is done, won't change. Time to live up to my name. Real will be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleeping, no, I won't fall. No sleeping, no, I won't it out. I keep God first. I see evil, when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Told my baby, meet me at the bank. Told my mama, I'ma break the trend. Locked in, I'ma change the weight. Working for my baby's kids. Hard times couldn't make the rent. Working hard, couldn't save a cent. Lonely nights, just me and God. Swear to him, always made the ends. Grab a paper, see the news. Hate coming by the tools. Walk a mile in my shoes. Something you could never do. Got my back against the wall. Bet I always pull through. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sending shots, I block 'em. Superman with the moves. I'm talking drop bop 'em. Play to win, never lose. Run it up, I top 'em. Play for belly too. I hip hop or pop 'em. Anything I could do. The real won't be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleeping, no, I won't fall. No sleeping, no, I won't it all. I keep God first. I see evil, when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off.
I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, riv it up, we're letting go, riv it up, I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, riv it up, we're letting go, riv it up.
check.
Oh, now we're live. Oh, just in time. Just in time. We just got home. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday. And we have some special guests here. We have none other than Tui. He's the man.
Bola.
And then we have Kroy.
Bola.
What's up?
Bola
We already got comments there?
Yeah.
Tara?
Kickback kids. Love your content, brother. Love from Australia. Tara Foster, afternoon. Indigenous Australia watching again. God bless your family and today's park.
Where do you live, Indigenous Australia? There was somebody from Torres Strait Islands. Was that her?
I don't know.
No?
Masay, Teo Matabui, Bola from Australia.
What up? How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
So the first thing on my mind today is the video that came from all the ex-Sevens players. Yeah, did you see it?
Stone Riders.
How the Stone Riders? What is Stone Riders? Just a page?
Yeah, like it's all the ex-Fijian Sevens.
Oh, okay. So for those of you who don't know, Fiji is very known for our rugby sevens team. All right, 2 gold medals, 2 Olympics that the sevens has been in, and we've won both gold medals. All right, we're very proud of our sevens program, and since under the leadership of our head coach, most recent head coach, we haven't had the best results, I suppose. And so, basically, in a video. Oh. Bula, everybody. Welcome to Fiji.
Gary Pearson from Palm Island. Bola.
Grog from Vuna.
Pajon Victor dari Kiora Bola Winakar
Kia ora.
from
Kia ora.
Auckland, New Zealand.
Um,
Uwate from Surrey, BC.
Surrey. Shout out to Surrey.
And I am from Torres Strait. Tara
Oh, yeah?
Tara Foster.
Okay. Can we one day, Tara, chat about, making a trip up there, doing some fishing, some diving and stuff? I've watched videos from people go to the Torres Strait Islands, and like Fiji's cool, Torres is on another level. And so, yeah, they actually look pretty Fijian up there. Like, I don't know, like they look a lot like us.
What's the name?
Torres Strait Island.
So the name of that?
Tara Foster.
Tara
Yeah.
Foster. Yeah.
Well, Foster is a name here in Fiji.
Yeah.
Well, at least here. And so, I would love to come and do some fishing there one day. Please.
Bola.
Bula, everybody. Bula Kroy.
Bola Keve.
Cool.
Have you heard of the YouTube channel Uraya Tambua? And if so, would you consider doing a Fiji collab? No. Actually, I want nothing to do with him because he's from a very bad place in Fiji. Yeah. All the people from there, they're just, they're a little bit, on the other side of the international date line.
Because which is heaven.
Those gang is the originals of Sonoa, this gang.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
We are.
From originally.
So I would for sure. I don't know what that would look like yet.
Yeah.
So like for us, I guess the big thing for us with the content game is like we don't do a lot of creation other than for like our media jobs that we get hired to do through Waka Media. A lot of the stuff that we do is documentation. So the difference between creation, documentation. Creation, you actually go out and you like look for content to make, and document is just like we just have a camera with us and we film what we're doing in the moment. So we're not really in this to like monetize and get the views and just get like lots of followers just for the sake of having followers. The purpose is so that our content can point back to our brand and our brand point to our businesses. And so for that reason, like we don't really make plans to like do collabs so that we can like get like a bunch of Uriah's followers to follow our channel. But like that being said, I would 100% a collab with him. So, but I'm not going to his island. He'll have to come here.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be a better place for you guys to meet.
Rotuma.
For Raya and us.
Yeah.
Is we go and watch the Super Rugby, and we just all meet there. The one in Suba.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They come with the boys, and then
True.
us
You guys should
three-
share that mic.
Yeah.
You should just
Right.
like.
Us three will
Yeah.
go from here, probably the Reds game or the other game,
Yeah.
the ones that in Suba,
I love that idea.
and then we just meet up there and then
Yeah. Okay.
shoot the video, watch it.
So yeah, but if you guys are watching, go check out Rai Tambua. His page is really cool. It's different than ours. Like I guess because we have kids, ours is like a lot about our family and what we do with the kids, and so theirs is more like probably young adult males like having fun together, which is awesome, and it's like just as awesome in its own right. It's just, I guess, there's just different people who appreciate the different types of content based on where you are in life. So, but I think a collab would be fun, I guess. He seems like a really good guy. He releases a lot more content on YouTube than we do.
Yeah.
But I'd like to release more, to do more long form stuff. But it just takes more time.
Bula Asi from Tamavua. Bula Heather from San Francisco, downtown San Francisco.
Susu Tamabua.
Mere El Nabundi Bula Vinaka. Bula Gary from Palm Islands,
Palm Islands.
a little island off Townsville, Queensland.
Oh yeah.
I'm from a little indigenous island called Palm Island. Yeah, off
Oh.
Townsville.
Okay.
Okay. Bula Pa John Victor na rin. Doon bula nakwa nunggu tau kay nunggu matanggali. Like actually
Oh,
from Nitasiri,
yeah.
Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Yeah.
Kiwi, not Kiwi.
Kia ora, bro, tuning in from New Zealand.
What's up?
This is
Appreciate you
Kawiti.
guys.
Bula.
Thank you guys for coming. Luke, you're gonna join in? What do you want to talk about? Nothing? You're just gonna sit there? Okay, good. So, yeah, we're watching, I don't even know how it came up, but yeah, the Stone Riders thing, guys, go check it out. If you go to our Instagram story or Facebook story, I linked it in there, the video to watch on it. And so, I mean, so many ex-players were in that video. Basically saying we want Bengalians to step down, and we want Osea Kini to be named as the captain for the Fiji Sevens team. And I think coach of the Fiji Sevens team. And so I think Kini, from what I know, I haven't been following much on him, but he has been coaching with the China women's sevens team, and he basically took them from nothing to like winning some sort of championship.
I think that's what Ben Ryan was saying too, like when he like stepped away from being the Fijian Sevens coach,
Yeah.
and he said that Osea Kini will be the best one to take up that position after him.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Leaky, you want to help out actually?
Yeah.
You know, you can control the camera. We should try some camera movements. Okay? You gonna go up there? You just hold this part, and you can turn the camera. Okay, go. Stand. You're gonna stand. You're gonna sit right here. And so whoever's talking, you're gonna like point the camera at them. Okay? You just have to hold this
boy.
part. Maybe, guys, we're gonna try something new. I'm trying to get my kids involved here. I'm trying to put them to work, pay these bills. Yeah, you can reach this. Why didn't you grab that chair over there? You're gonna sit on something, and then you're gonna point at. You see Kuroi? And if Tui's talking, no, you're gonna point at Tui.
No,
all the
no.
way around.
No, dude. Just like, see, when you point at
Yeah.
Roy.
Be patient with us, guys.
Ten.
We're training new
Yeah.
cameramen.
Yeah, that
Keep
way.
going. There's Tui,
When
right?
you go back to that?
Okay,
No.
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 No, they
go
come
back
back.
this way.
So you're just going to go from me to this way. You're never going to go that way. You never want to show the lighting, the set. We never want to show people what's behind the
You
scenes.
just-
Yeah? Okay, so just point it at me when I'm talking, and then if somebody else talks, you can point at them. Yeah? Yeah.
If you talk and then Tui talks.
Right. But if Tui just says like, yeah, you don't have to point at him. right? If he's like starting to talk a lot, then you can turn it around, right? Okay. We're on. Hey?
This guy, Paul McKing Jr., Malo. Dude, I mean,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no, no, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
we did
so when he's reading, no, it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Wait,
Said,
okay.
high five.
High five.
High five. So it's because he's reading from the screen. So
I have to read it.
you can't turn it. Or can you read it from there? Is there a way or no?
Okay.
It won't be.
Yeah. I'll read it from here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do the guys? We're figuring this all out, okay? Do they pop up there at the same time as
Yes.
they pop up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can try.
Yeah. All right. You can.
Okay. Okay. When that tweet.
So, King Junior Malombula ngaci road sama Mbula Binaka Masay Teo Matavui. The cover you're drinking, is that from your farm? No, actually this is from Delebuna in Tabuni. It's from a friend of mine, Rossi. I don't know if you're watching this.
Oh.
But yeah. It's like a really good grog. I say laba kore. Huh? But yeah,
No
this
comment.
is the Leibuna grog from Taviuni. Taviuni, Taviuni. It's supposed to be, they say it's the best grog. So yeah, I'm testing it out now.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh? Somebody said there. Oh yeah, you know. Okay. Don't move it too much. Then when the camera's still, don't put your hand on it. Let go.
If all of you are talking,
No.
Don't. Yeah, that's what you have to. No, just don't put your hand on it until somebody else starts talking. Otherwise, you keep shaking it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. I'll teach you.
Osea Kini,
Yeah, right.
he was contracted to China women's for 1 year, and in 5 months, led them to win the Asian Rugby Championship, which they have not won in 23 years.
That's the one. Yeah,
Just in
right.
5 months.
Right. So that was 5 months worth of work for Kolinisao. And yeah, our team has been struggling. I mean, I always say, like, I'm not going to be a person who... you keep hitting your funny bone today. So I'm not one to be like, oh, like, Bengal sucks, this or that. It seems like we have an issue with the coaching.
see you later, guys.
Oh, wow. No pay for it. Okay, well, there. And so I don't know if it's only Bengalin's fault or if it's because like our strength and conditioning coach is not there either anymore.
It seems like they are unfit or something.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something just not driving with the team. But it was very, I thought, really, I don't know if the controversial is a word. But it's not something that you see, I guess, much in Fiji, for people to like come together and like speak out against somebody in this way. Like usually, like we're very much more reserved, and like even if something needs to be said, we won't say it usually. And I think this just shows like enough is enough almost.
Yeah,
What do you think?
This is the first time it's happening.
I think so, hey? Yeah. And so, yeah, very out of character for our culture to speak up like that. And so, if that's happening, yeah, I think, he's pissed off a lot of people, Bengalis, I'm saying. And like, he had to shoot a shot, right? I mean, he was hired for the job. He's been a very successful player, but successful players don't always make the best coaches. And sometimes people who are not good at playing make good coaches. It's not to say like that his resume didn't line up. It's just maybe he doesn't have what it takes to like nurture the Fijian boys, I guess, and what we need. And so, yeah, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy for him to be as Bengalis, I'm saying, to be at the mercy of, all these people slandering him. And, he's just trying to do his job. Like, the thing about Bengalis that, like, people need to understand is, like, I don't think he's out there trying to do a bad job. Like, he's not trying to lose games. He's not he can't figure out how to win games. That's the problem. He can't figure out how to beat the top tier teams right now, and that's frustrating for him as a human being. I mean, what kind of man wouldn't want to be good at what they do, their day job? And his day job is coaching our Fiji Sevens rugby team. So I don't think people need to look at Bengalians like he's negligent, like he's doing this on purpose, like he's purposely like hurting the Fijian image in sevens. No, he's trying his best, and he just might not be equipped for it. And so I think just put yourself in his shoes and understand also that like you don't just get to step down from a job all the time. Like that, when you're in a contract-based job, you can't just leave, because especially with things like this, like with teams, like you are contracted for a certain time. If you leave, you might get fined. There might be penalties, and stepping away from a job like this might mean that you never get a job again, right? And so, I think we need to, be a bit understanding of that as well. But what doesn't help people is not having a platform and not voicing it. So, like, Bengalians, if you want to hop on a live with us, you're more than welcome. or do a video together. I mean, obviously, like, he doesn't talk much, and so I don't know. We're not about breaking news here. I'm not the media, but like, he should share his story. He should air out, what he's going through, or like, what's going on. I mean, otherwise he'll just end up being the next Eddie Jones, and we're all gonna hate his guts, and it's gonna be an embarrassing end. So he should just like speak your mind. That's what he needs to do.
Change my mind.
Yeah, change my mind.
Jackson, to Bati. Alright guys, we met up during Osea's anniversary. Great catching up with you guys.
What's up?
Oh, this is the guy with Dan. The one that the cousin. Daniel's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was wearing the black shirt that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shazil Shamza Ali. Which camera you guys are using? Oh, we
Like for this right
yeah.
now? Oh, it's just an iPhone 14.
Yeah.
We're running behind the times.
Don't know.
iPhone 14.
19th tournament Fiji Sevens, still not won any trophy.
Yeah, so that's got to
Yeah.
that's got to be the, getting towards a new like record streak for Fiji not to have won.
On the
And like Fiji's not necessarily getting worse. Like all the other teams are getting better too. So
Yeah.
like we can't take it. You can't just take everything away from these other teams. Otherwise, it totally diminishes the sport. Like if Fiji just sucks so much, and then they come back and win, that means, like, if you're gonna say that our team just sucks, and that's why we lose, then if we start winning, you have to carry that same energy, because that means that all the other teams aren't that good. We just got better. But like that's not what happens. Like we might go down, and the other teams have to get better, and the other teams are getting better. So like, otherwise the sport means nothing. Like we have to be able to admit that like other teams are getting better at sevens rugby, and therefore when we start winning again, it makes it worth winning. Otherwise, like who cares if we win again? Because that just means that like they all suck all the time. And so even when we win, we just beat a bunch of people who suck. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
Like before all these teams,
Good.
No,
Yeah.
like the Fiji teams,
Yeah.
where they were before.
Yeah.
Like the other teams is not that like the fitness, the strength,
Yeah.
equal to Fiji teams. But now when they're getting up to those level, and like Fiji's facing real competition.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And like they're dealing with teams that like are getting elite level funding and are attracting elite level players. I mean, like France, you have Dupont who's playing. I mean, he's like World Rugby Player of the Year, you know. And so, out of all the rugby players in the world, he's the best. All right, or he was the best, like last year before last, I think. Yeah, and so he's playing sevens rugby. I mean, that's a guy that like every time he comes off the field, he has a massage therapist that works on every single aching muscle. He gets cryotherapy, ice baths, you know, like saunas, like he gets everything looked after. He has a nutritionist. He doesn't cook any of his meals. Everything is down to the macro level analyzed for his diet. And these guys are now playing sevens rugby. And meanwhile, you guys have guys that, like on our Fiji sevens team, who probably 2 weeks ago were eating like, roro and cassava, right? Really? And maybe even, and then they go straight into a camp where they have like a chef preparing the meals maybe for their tournament in Vancouver. So, yeah.
From Luke, I don't think it's that Fiji's game is deteriorating. It's that now that sevens is an Olympic sport. Other countries
Yes.
are pouring in millions of dollars
Yes.
into their teams. It's
100%.
that other countries are now catching up to Fiji.
Yeah.
Wow.
I totally agree. Because of the
Fiji-
Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah, while Fiji continues to underfund our sevens team, Fiji can no longer rely on natural talent. The world is catching up.
So it's the same thing. I totally agree. And I think like the only way to attract people, like, remember when we won our first gold medal? Like where Kolini Sao, Ben Ryan, they're all standing there and they're getting the medals like put on their shoulders. And like that was like a super emotional moment. I mean, for me, like watching that, because it, like actually Stephanie's sister just arrived from Canada today. And so their aunt we were at like a Christmas dinner together, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea like Fiji was so beautiful. Like, did you see how they were playing? Like the respect that they gave, when they were receiving their gold medals at the Olympics. Like, she has no idea about rugby. She has no idea about Fiji, but because of the Olympics, she couldn't stop talking to me about it that night, actually. And I was like, whoa, this is like first time like somebody has come up to me who doesn't know Fiji, doesn't know rugby, and it's like, because of the Olympics, they now know about Fiji. And so we need to, that being said, like this, it is such an easy story to tell if we would just put some marketing budget. And like this is a thing that takes a long time. Like FRU, I feel like they feel like, and I'm going to call them out, I mean, whatever. And maybe they need to be like, they have to come and explain themselves, because like every business has to do branding. We all have to do marketing. That's what we do. That's why we do these things, is so we can point back to the Waka brand. And like, I don't know why FRU isn't telling the stories of these guys who just come from the village. There's a guy here this week who was on the trials for the Fiji Sevens team. And like, he could have been picked, like he just didn't make the cut, I guess. But like, he's got a story just from the village. And like, if somebody would just like share that story and like attract, those eyes to the players, attach stories to these teams, like the sponsors would come running in. Like if there was like a team that, my random auntie from Canada knew about Fiji, and she was like, oh, so inspirational. Like there's companies like Nike, like Adidas, like Mizuno, like Aquasafe, who sponsors the Rambua. Like everybody has companies like wants to be part of something that like reflects their values. And I feel like FRU just doesn't put any effort into like telling the story of like the players that are on these teams. I think they miss a lot. But yeah, I think now that the Olympics has sevens, countries have started to take it seriously. And that means that like other countries are getting better. Fiji's not necessarily getting worse. It's just everybody's getting better.
Did you read the article? Today's article? The government says it can help FRU as sevens downfall continues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's there. I got the link there. Will help.
Yeah, now they're like, oh no, okay, we can help. We actually have...
It's going to be the government.
Yeah. We have the Sodelpa Flying Fijians.
I was reading something about someone commented about this Fiji Sevens team.
All right.
Like ever since the change of the government, the change of the FRU boards, now the team is losing. So
So we need back the Fiji first Flying Fijians. Is that what we're saying? Okay, so Sports Minister Chese Sokuru has reaffirmed the government's hands-off approach in the affairs of Fiji Rugby Union. Despite Fijian, why? I don't know. I mean, like, Fiji government seems to want to be involved in Fiji Airways. Why can't we be involved in some? And like the one thing that like the world knows Fiji for, why would the government not be involved in some way in that? Maybe it's not. I'm not saying like they should be. And a lot of times, like politics in sports is not actually what you want. So actually, maybe it's a terrible idea. But why? How would that not be something that you would be supportive of, at least in some way? Like if, like, what is Fiji known for? Our beaches and rugby. Okay, so we put money into tourism marketing. We should probably also put money into the budget for our rugby teams. Like that would probably make sense to me. So, welcome to the dance, Mr. Sokuru. Despite Fijian taxpayers contributing to Sevens coach Bengalin's salary through the Fiji Sports Commission. Okay, we do. Sokuru emphasizes that decisions concerning the coach's future lie slowly within the FRU's purview. Galin saw his side finish 6th LA Sevens earlier today after losing 26-21 to Argentina. Oh, so Argentina didn't go to the final then?
Yeah, no.
Public calls for a change are being acknowledged by Sokuru, who stresses the delicate balance between government support and the FRU's independent decision-making. While expressing backing for potential changes, he says the FRU must spearhead decisions to enhance Fiji's rugby. I mean, rugby sevens is a piece of cake. Okay. We can always make a change at the very last minute. Now people are saying it must be too late to make the changes now. I tell you, it's never too late to make the change now. Dude.
Read it again.
I've lost all my energy.
Read it
I lost all my energy.
Read it again. Come on, read it again. Read it again.
Lost all my energy.
Go ahead.
So this is what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, sevens rugby is a piece of cake. We can make changes. We can always make a change at the very last minute. Now people are saying it must be too late to make changes. I tell you, it's never too late to make the change now.
After 19.
Yeah, but like, what is he even saying? Like, sevens rugby is a piece of cake? Well, no, it's not. It's one of the hardest, like, physical sports in the world. And like, you're saying it's too, you know, we can always make a change. People are saying we can't make change. Oh, but we can make a change. It's like, good for you, dude. You're cool. You know what? I also had a beer before I was 21. Like, you're not, like, what is he? What is this guy? Mr. Prime Minister Situin Rambua says the critical role of rugby and sports in Fiji's international relations and societal development. They have not called for a meeting. If they do not call it in the next few days, we will call. Rambua stresses the government's readiness to engage in discussions with the FRU, emphasizing the importance of evaluating the team's performance in conversations with relevant stakeholders. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, if they're calling stakeholder, I hate the name stakeholders because, I mean, technically we're all stakeholders. Like, do they mean shareholders, like Fiji Airways, like actual sponsors? Like, because, like, if I was Fiji Airways, I'd be like, if you guys don't start, like, winning, like, we're going to pull back some of our sponsorship dollars because, like, we're going to put that into the LA Galaxy or into the Crusaders or, like, because they invested in a bunch of, like, sports.
Yeah.
Fiji Airways. So, like, yeah, I mean, they also have to win because, like, they're going to start losing sponsors. The sports minister remains optimistic. We're going to inquire with the board, he said, and we had discussions with the board a few days ago. It's never too late to make the change now, highlighting the potential to replace the coach or even overhaul the entire team. All right. Yeah, maybe too little, too late. I mean, when are the Olympics? I'm going to look at 2024. Oh, July 26th, they start to the August 11th. So, it'll be held in France, right? Yeah. I mean, that's coming up so quickly. I mean, March, April, May, June, July. You're 5 months. Whew, that's a lot of weight. Howdy, Amitas Chand. What's up? What's your opinion about the sevens coach? Okay, we just talked about that. Wanna start a farming, but no capital.
What you reading? Where are you reading from?
Oh, sorry, I'm just reading our Facebook comments.
Okay.
Or from the story, like things people wanted us to talk about. So you want to start farming, but you have no capital. Well, I guess it depends on where you live. Like, if you live in the village, like this kind of a village, then like you pick your shortest term crop that you could, like I don't know, watermelon or beans or something, and just go plant that, so that you can get some money within like the next like 40 to 60 days, and then just keep leveling it up from there.
Yep.
That's what I would do if you have no capital. If you live in the city, then get yourself like $50. Go buy a bundle of whatever or a heap of whatever. Start selling it and like make a little bit of money, and then slowly build up so that you can have more stock and sell more and make more margins, I guess. But for farming, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say if you live in the city. You got to just save your money. Yeah. They must not live in the city. How do we help our youth from drowning in the consumption of kava and marijuana? Kanisi.
Kanisa.
Drink more kava and smoke more marijuana.
How do we help our youth from drowning in the consuming of kava and marijuana?
Oh.
So, well, I think like youth. What do we mean? What do people mean when they say youth? Like that's like us?
Yeah.
Not you.
Talk about marijuana, don't talk about
Yeah. So to stop this, do this.
This.
But seriously, so yeah, we usually just have this on Friday or Monday. But yeah, try not to make a habit of having more than one or two basins. Because yeah, it can be a problem. I think the reason people do or partake in those substances is because they feel like they have like you can't really, like, it's just a way to like change your environment or to add something to your environment, that because you can't actually change your physical environment. So either people feel hopeless or they feel anxious, I guess. And so when you feel hopeless, like, you will drink or consume something to alter your state of mind so that you can change your current reality. If you're anxious, same thing. You will consume or imbibe or smoke something that will, help you to change your state of mind so that you can experience life, experience your reality in a different way. And so, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that is not on the youth, like, it's on the parents. And so it's kind of silly to blame it on anybody other than us, the people who actually raise these youth, or the people who have raised them. And so if you're in a position of being a parent, be a better parent. If you're in the position of like being an employer, be a better employer, or try to employ more people, or give more people hope. And so I can see that in a place like this, like, there's really, yeah, the village is pretty interesting. Like, there's really, at times, like, there's not a lot of hope for the future, but we don't really think a lot about the future, like
When you're in the village?
when you're in the village, because life's pretty good, and yeah, I mean, the reason the village is good for me is because I can't stop thinking about the future, and so it helps me to live in the moment a little bit more instead of just like dreams. That's why the village is good for me. But yeah, we got to be able to give people hope and give people a reason to stop consuming or abusing substances and stuff like that. And so, I mean, people talk about like kava or marijuana. I mean, but like drinking, same thing, alcohol. And in a lot of ways, I feel like alcohol is actually worse than marijuana. That might be like a very controversial thing, but I think alcohol we're just all like okay with. It's not like a taboo subject like marijuana because like it's been around for a long time. But like what makes it better than marijuana? Like that it can be taxed by the government. And so that's why it's a major industry, and that's why it's like sold in stores, why people get addicted to it and they drink and drive and they kill people, and people drink it and they abuse each other or their kids or their family members. I mean, what makes alcohol better than weed? That's my argument, is because like I know a lot of people who smoke weed and they just get chilled out, or they get more focused and they actually get way more done. I don't know, but I might get arrested for saying all this. I don't know. It's like I feel like alcohol is just as bad. I feel like alcohol has done way more damage on Earth than weed, and I would ask for anybody to like argue me on that. That weed has done more damage than alcohol throughout the course of human history. I mean, like I don't know, like kava is something that is produced naturally from the earth. Same thing with weed. I mean, cigarettes. Okay, you got all this chemical and everything, and tar and whatnot in it. I mean, at least weed is just like your plant. I mean, I sound like a person who smokes weed, but I actually don't. But I guess I've been around. I came from a country where it's been legalized, and not that like I agree with the legalization of it, but it just allows the government to like tax it, and like people are gonna do it anyway. So like let's tax it so that it's actually like a controlled industry, and the government gets the benefit off of it, just like any other substance that we have to pay for, instead of like making it like this black market thing. Why don't we make it trackable? And put all the bad guys out of business. But I'm an idiot.
I don't know.
I don't know. That should get some people like riled up.
Yeah, got some few comments here.
Okay.
Hey, Jared Sutherland, Blurry.
Hey, Jared.
Sneaky watch while walking.
Hey. Nice.
Normally-
Appreciate it.
Ruru Ramen, flying Fijians.
That's clutch. I like that. That sounds like you're kind of sponsored by like some like Australian indigenous tribe or something.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay.
Enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sheetal Raj.
Dude, I tell you, dude, like being half like colored gives me so much freedom.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude,
You
I love
get
it.
all this freedom.
I couldn't do that if I was like pure Caucasian. Couldn't do that. But
Yeah, no.
come, nobody. Racial slurs. Let's go.
Sheetal Raj. Okay. Marketing and branding is important. Mostly young generation needs to give ideas, and hopefully the management take it seriously. However, thank you, Jonathan and team, for creating awareness.
Yeah, okay, so read that one again. Just read the first half of it.
Marketing and branding is important. Mostly young generation needs to give ideas, and hopefully the management take it seriously.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so what about that? Like, what about that for people asking how we help our youth from drowning in the consumption of, or like, you know, abusing substances? Like, what if, and I'm presenting this to you guys, like, do you think Fiji is a place where new ideas are just welcomed with open arms, and us as like maybe the next generation are the ones who are encouraging kids to like think of new things and to like come up with new ideas and better ways to do things? Do we create problem solvers in our school, or do we create followers? And like if people come up with new ideas, are we like encouraging of that? Like if we're not, then like people get hopeless, because like we're just a bunch of people who have to follow the rules and don't ask questions. And so, yeah, if the young people are the people who are supposed to come up with ideas, then I guess somebody should be listening to these ideas. And like if the young people come up with ideas, that by default means that the old people are the ones who have to listen and get to make the choice on like, do we try out this new idea, or do we just say you're an idiot, or like, no, like shut up. This is the way we've done it for a long time. This is the way we will keep on doing it. Yeah. And I lean towards the side of like, I feel like Fiji is maybe not the place, maybe not the most welcome place for like new ideas and innovation. I feel like it's a scary place to be innovative, because you're at the mercy of your aunts and uncles and and your community and what they think of you, and your image, and so for that reason, we just end up not wanting to like ruffle the feathers or like put wrinkles in the material of our society. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
I thought
Right.
that was like that was a good way to say that, like that person, like the young people within you with the ideas.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if young people have the ideas, then we should be encouraging the young people. Because if you're not, then you just get hopeless.
Show them the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for that. This is from, what's this? We need, Vuku Nisinga, Josh. We need a good conditioning coach, qualified trainers, and Fiji Rugby to focus on developing trainers and gyms around the country with conditioning platforms
100%.
so that our body can be developed to match our skills and knowledge. Rugby sevens is our game for us, but our physical strength need to be developed further to match that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think like the reason that like a country like the States, has so many elite athletes and stuff like that is because these kids grow up playing like they're multi-sport athletes, but there's gyms on like every street corner, and personal trainer is like everybody's second job title. Like it's weird if you have a friend group and like not at least like a quarter of them have been some sort of like nutritionist or physiotherapist or personal trainer at one point in their life or another. And so we need a lot more facilities in Fiji that like help train athletes, because like the reason, like it's crazy that like most of these kids, like they grow up just in the farm or on the sea, and then they play in like local rugby sevens tournaments, and just because we're jacked from like doing hard labor, that's what gets us to play with like athletes like from the States who have like, every single thing that they could ever dream of when it comes to like coaching and strength and fitness conditioning and stuff like that. And like some of these guys have never even done a freaking like clean and jerk before, and they're like in the Olympics. Yeah.
There's a comment here from Daniel. Boleh Mistawaka. The Fiji Correction Service Yellow Ribbon Walk is happening in Subrail Park, Lambasa on the 23rd of this
The what?
month. Fiji Correction Service Yellow Ribbon Walk.
Oh, Yellow Ribbon Walk. Oh, okay.
On the 23rd of this month in Lambasa. It'll be a good family day out. Inviting your family and village to come around and enjoy the day. So,
23rd.
23rd. Could be good stuff for us to do some content, eh? What do you think?
What happens at it?
I don't know, probably just ceremony, and then they do the walk
Oh, okay.
through Subrail Park.
Let me know what happens.
Yeah, then
Like what goes on at the Yellow Ribbon Walk?
this comment
What?
is from no.
You don't want to go into it? Not worth it?
It's
So
from
guys, I'm not on my
Osea.
phone. I'm looking through your comments.
It's from Osea Sulsoli. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, read it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking through the ones that people comment on the story.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm keen to hear Tui's story. How'd you connect with him? What was he doing at the time? How is he good at what he does?
Okay, come again. All right. Read it.
I'm keen to hear Tui's
Okay.
story.
You're keen? Okay, you got to speak up.
I'm keen.
Bring your energy, bro. Bring your energy for this question, because I'm about to tear into your aspirations.
I'm keen to hear Tui's story.
Okay.
How'd you connect with him? What was he doing at the time?
Okay.
How is he good at what he does?
Okay.
Where is he originally from? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This guy.
So, I have a friend in Canada named Pella, who you guys might have seen on the vlog. I was talking to Pella about, how we were wanting to ramp up our content game. And so he was like, "Oh, you should hit up my cousin Masirova." I'm like, "Oh, okay, who's that?" Found out, got Masi's number. And a lot of you who are from Fiji, I'm probably like just maybe the only guy who didn't know who Masirova was. I got his number, called Masi. And then Masirova, I saw some of his vlogs. I'm like, "Oh, this guy could be the guy," but he's got way too much going on and he's already successful in his own right. And so I told him what I needed and what I was looking for, and he's like, "Oh, let me put you in touch with my friends, Walter Gerard." I'm like, "Okay." So then I called Walter, this guy called Walter Gerard, and I'm like, "Hey, Masi gave me a number, and he thought that you might know a couple guys." And so he gave me two guys, Kevin Pau, yeah, Kevin and Tui's number. And so I called Kevin, and Kevin had a family, and I don't know if we were ready for that at the time. Like now I think we could probably make like having more people around work, but it's just because like I didn't even know like what a role like this would look like. And then I called Tui because that was another recommendation from Walter, and he had worked with you on Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australian Survivor.
Australian Survivor.
We were the
What
night
is it? Different kinds
producers.
of Survivor?
Well, there's a lot of
Like different
survivors.
countries?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's like American Survivor, like
Yeah.
oh,
We did the Australian
Ethiopian
Survivors.
Survivor.
We were the night producers.
Oh,
Yeah. This is 2019.
yeah.
Hmm.
There's really no survivors from like countries that have like all black people, eh?
Yeah, because we'll win.
Huh?
Well, local, I guess. When you say black, do you mean like American
I mean,
black?
just like
or
black skin color. Maybe because like
Black
we won't show up
Americans?
like in the night vision cameras.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Take a look at it.
you know, it's hard to film, eh? Like, you know, that and maybe that just like maybe the season will just go on too long. Like
No,
black people just
no,
outlast,
oh,
you know?
wait.
Like, has a black person ever lost Survivor?
I guess. Well,
Like, has a
if
white
it was
person
like,
ever beat a black person at Survivor?
They can.
Dude.
Dude, you. Dude. I used to think like, man, if like one of the Fijians play
Dude.
like the survivors, boy,
Like the
it was so funny to me, like seeing them like scavenging, looking for
Oh,
food,
yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
and like for me as a Fijian, just looking at
They just
them,
walk past the Varra.
dude, you just missed your like the freaking virus. Right there. Oh my gosh! But we're not allowed to like
Say anything.
tell them like, hey, that's it's so funny.
Did you ever break the rules? No? Not that you can...
I can boldly say I did.
Okay. What did you do?
Oh man, I got screwed over.
Are you okay?
Wait,
don't incriminate
no.
yourself.
I feel like I
It's fine now.
I can confess.
Yeah. On your knees.
Now, dude, do the lugar.
On your knees.
right now.
Okay. There was this guy. There was one night.
Yeah.
Okay? What was I doing? Oh yeah, it was my shift, and I was like the only one out there. And then this guy, I won't say his name because he's a well-known guy,
Okay.
and I won't say what he does, but he was sponsored by a really big company, Quicksilver, Red Bull.
Oh.
So he had a hard time sleeping every night, and he'd stay up, just like building the fire. I think it was towards the last week before he got injured and got flown back. He didn't finish the Survivor
shit.
show. Yeah, and I was like out there at the beach. He was like standing out, and he looked at me and was like, "Hey, Bula, what are you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, Bula. So, what are you doing?" "No, I'm just staring at the stars and like just looking at the stars. Just wishful thinking."
Oh,
And
this is where that statement came from.
yeah, it's like, oh, look at the stars. Okay, make a wish, make a wish. He made a wish, man. You know what? I wish for like a Snicker bar. I just want one,
Yeah.
just to taste it, even like a little crumb. He was like,
Where are my
was like,
Snickers at? You know.
That's just a little crumb.
Right,
It's
right.
enough for me. I'm like, man, this dude, like, I'm gonna get trouble for this, man.
Where'd you like my Snicker? What? Where my Snickers at? Yeah. I said so. Two is a good Snicker. What you?
Good,
What
good.
this Snicker
Yeah, I'm
do?
telling
What?
the story,
Okay,
man.
okay.
You're ruining it. And then I just went in my bag. I was like, okay, dude, you're gonna get me in trouble for this, so let's just keep this between us,
All right.
right? Like, I got you something.
Yeah.
Pull out my Snicker.
Boy, no.
Bro, he was on his knees. He was like, thank you. Dude. He was like, man, thank you so much for this. He started crying, bro.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, I told him, don't eat it at the campsite. Just eat it here.
Boy,
He had it.
where'd you get a Snickers from? Like
Well,
from the set?
We usually
the-
get our snacks
Yeah, okay, like a-
every night.
Right.
Yeah. So like when I go pick up my gears, the producers, the guys at the office, they pack up my snacks.
Oh.
Yeah. And over there we have our own tents, like 200, 300 meters away from the camp.
Okay, yeah.
We have our own tents there that has fridge, that has an oven, that has a and that
Can you
fridge is,
imagine just like
stocked.
rummaging through the bush, like you say, somebody just frying something? You're like, basketball.
But oh, sorry, it wasn't that close. It was a bit far. I had to walk through the bushes.
Right.
Like there's boundaries for them, so they don't have to like go
Oh,
out of those
okay,
boundaries.
okay, right.
Yeah. After that, he asked me on the last day. He asked for my email. I gave him my email, and a couple of months later, he sends me a email. It's like, bro, give me your address. I'm sending you some stuff. It's like after I forgot about it. It's like after 3 or 4 months,
Right.
I got this call from post office. Hey, this is Tui. It's like, yeah. Oh, I got a package from you from Australia. So, okay. I'm gonna come and pick it up in Lombard. Okay. There's 2 boxes. Open it like this. There's Quicksilver merch and
Really?
Red Bull merches, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And some sneakers on top.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh yeah, he bought a packet of stickers.
Really?
Yeah. He's like with a note. Thank you. Yeah. So good, man.
Bro,
That
that's a
was
good
one
story.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is first time I'm telling it live.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get trouble.
Oh,
for
nobody's
that.
watching anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyways,
nobody
but
watches this.
yeah.
It's just us, yeah.
That's the story. Anyways, go back.
We can chop that up into a short.
No.
Okay, so what are we going back to?
So yeah, you.
That's how I
welcome,
met
Jared.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
now what's the next part of the question?
Yeah, I was
So,
interviewing you when you called. me.
Yeah, so Tui was in Tavyuni at a resort there,
Yeah.
and then I called him, and then we sat down, we met up in Sabu, and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
I told him what we were looking for, and 1 year later, here we are.
Mm.
Yeah, and then what's the next part of the question? then? This is the best part. Of the
How is he good at what he does? Where is he originally from?
Oh, so Tui is originally from Sarawanga in Bua. Yes? Nobody. Remember? We're not allowed to do that anymore. 1 week, okay? Right? Right. And, your mom is from
Nakelo.
Tailevu,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nakelo Tailevu.
Nakelu.
Mm.
And, so that's where Tui's from. What's the part before that? How is he good at what he does?
Mm.
What?
Yeah,
That's what it says?
not very good.
Ooh.
Ow.
All right, so Tui is... Okay, I'll tell you what, the good and the bad. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Maybe we should turn the camera around to Tui for this.
No. I feel like that's enough. There's enough info about me.
Tui is
Really?
well, he's the love of my life, really.
Yeah, can't leave you, man. I love you too much.
And yeah, so Tui obviously, like the biggest thing for us would be like somebody that fits in well with our family because like Tui lives with us. Granted, he gets to be on the other side of the house, but he's still very much in the house with us. And so he has to put up with all of our shenanigans. And obviously me and Steph aren't always like peachy keen with each other, meaning like we do fight, obviously. And so he has to hear like all the good and the bad and the ugly. And so, yeah, he gets along really well with the boys. Hey, you like Tui? You like Tui? Yeah, our kids love Tui. And so, like, if that, like, Tui could be the best at everything else in the world and not fit in with our family or be like some sort of like creep where we get like weird vibes from him and like it wouldn't work out. Like, there would just be. So, that's probably the best part, is that like you fit in with our family.
Yeah.
And yeah, other than that, like you're very creative. You have a passion for what you do. And I think a lot of the... Okay, let me just keep going on that before I go to the critical part. I think obviously you care a lot about what we do and the type of media that we create. And yeah, like photography and videography and editing and like content creation is something that like comes very naturally to you, and like you're super tech savvy and I don't have to like explain every little single thing to you. So that's obviously awesome because that wouldn't work either. And yeah, I don't know what else I could ask for without like looking for somebody else to do another job. Does that make sense? I think your downfall is that you probably it's also like a great thing about you is that you're very introspective and you get in your head a lot. And
Yeah, sometimes it can be my enemy too.
yeah, for sure. And so like obviously like you're the type of person like wears their like heart on their sleeve, so it's not hard to tell when something's like, going on with you. And so whatever that is, like I'm not saying like messy situations or whatever, but just like even like sick family members or like drama, you know, trying to figure out what's going on with back in your home life and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's probably, if I was to critique anything, that'd probably be it. Like separating your ability to, like what you're going through from like your ability to get done, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to call you out live.
Well, we talked about this.
Yeah.
We talked about this on Monday.
Yeah.
Wait, Friday.
Friday? Yeah, right.
Like, that's one of my things that I struggle with is trying to balance it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you too, man.
I don't know, like what we do is very unknown. And so like there's lots of room for improvement for like what you do. There's also lots of room for improvement for what I do with you. And so just like there's nobody else is doing this in Fiji, and so there's other people who do it in the world, but like come and do it here. I would invite you if you think you could do it better, then like tell me how, because I would love to know. So there's no blueprint for what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
And so
I love the fact that we're figuring things out together.
yeah, we're figuring it out, and like
we'll learn.
we're learning on the go.
We are actually the blueprint.
Yeah.
To
But like the
when
difference between what we do and what other people do, like other normal businesses, is we're actually like showing people like this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of wealthy people in Fiji, but nobody's ever like documented their journey from. And like I guess we still didn't. Like we came to Fiji with some of the success that we had created in Canada, and so maybe that's not really a fair thing to say. But yeah, I hope that we can document our journey from like negative thousands, tens of thousands in our bank accounts to tens of millions.
Well, I guess with this business, Walker Media is the starting.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Was
And
to
so like
document
in
it.
the beginning you just like you poke around and you try to figure out you figure out what you're good at, and the only way to figure out what you're good at is to actually do the thing. And so like when I played rugby, I was not good at what was I not good at? My biggest downfall. I think my biggest downfall in rugby was probably that I wasn't like aggressive enough. Like I'm not an aggressive enough human being. And I think there's a certain amount of aggression that professional sports like athletes have that like can't be taught. And I played with guys who just had like this like, how are you that angry? Like or act that angry, have that much aggression. Like how do you smash the ruck like that every single time? I'm fitter than you, but like just like the amount of purpose that you play with. And so I just think I never was able to bring that to the rugby field. And so like there's a lot of things that I'm very definitely not good at still in life. And so I think like figuring out what those things are and then hiring better people or people who are better than me in those areas.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was thinking about that today actually. We're probably losing everybody who's watching as we go through this.
Normally says you have fights and makeup on Good Fridays.
Yeah, so we just save everything for Friday. Yeah. Yeah, we need to, I was actually thinking about it yesterday because I was struck by like how little I affirm people, and so I feel like I need to do that more. But anyways. Because there's a lot of people like that work for us that like do things a lot better than I can do them, and I feel like I just don't talk about it enough.
Oh, did you heard about this new tech? George Turner becomes the first Six Nation player to get subbed off for a head injury. So it's had to do with smart.
I saw this from the other day.
Yeah, smart mouth guard.
Wait, it's about time.
Yeah.
So there's a mouth guard that has like a sensor in it, I would assume.
Yeah.
To feel like the contact between like the upper and lower jaw, and so I'm sure that's how they would predict like TBI, traumatic brain injury. And so that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the amount of like force
Yeah.
that was sent through the mouth guard. That's sick.
Big hit
Big hit.
to the mouth.
Who does he play for? Scotland. To the mouth. Straight to the kisser.
Yeah.
Straight in the kisser.
The head to the mouth.
So that's cool because this will also help with the reffing and just player safety overall.
You know about
They
the
should provide some stuff like that to the referees, so that they don't get biased.
Like make calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they make the wrong, some calls that they make that we're watching, we can say that like.
Yeah.
Shocking machine.
I mean, like a lot of people will say like, oh, this is like the downfall of rugby. Like this is like us starting to get like soft, I guess. And so in a lot of ways it's true. But like, what if every player had a smart mouth guard, and then like you could actually rate like all head contact.
Smart mouth guard. Nice.
Yeah.
No, like.
Yeah, like every
Everyone-
player had it, and then like you know when they send like now they're doing these bunker reviews for head contact.
yeah,
If
but
like every bunker review was reviewed, like part of that review was like reviewing the amount of impact to the person's head because of the smart mouth guard, right?
yeah. And I saw the game against was
England?
it Crusaders and Wartas? Was it?
I
They-
can't remember.
No, not Crusaders. England.
Okay.
Like they were complaining because it wasn't just like they got called out because it pinged the sensor on the mouth.
Oh,
guard of
really?
one of the
Okay,
players.
so that's another problem.
And
yeah.
he was like, no, I'm fine. He was like telling them, but he had to be sent out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know. There's tweaks.
Okay,
on
so there's
it.
problems on
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to perfect this
Yeah.
for sure. But there's also situations like in football, like they still don't have. I don't think they use sensors for football. But in football, you use your head as a weapon, though, like American football.
Oh yeah.
Like that's why you wear helmets. So.
Chiefs games last week.
Okay.
All Blacks got sent off because mouth guard indicated a need for HIA. What's that?
Okay.
But he hadn't been anywhere near
Head
Iraq.
injury assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe still under trial. Yeah.
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 Like it'll like slow down the game. Eh?
Yeah, no, definitely slow down the game. I mean, okay, you don't want to like get traumatic. You don't want to get like head trauma or concussed, then don't play rugby. There's also that too, right? Like if you don't, then go play badminton or go play snooker or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Choose a different sport.
Should have watched how they play. Like back in the days. Eh?
Yeah.
Iraq, you just walk over that one. Like,
Oh man, I used to play with a guy. Okay, I used to play with a guy, and he would, like, we'd be in Iraq, and then like, you just hear him yell like, "Move out of the way," and then you just like move, and he would start from like 10 meters back, like headgear and everything, and just, ooh, and like, dude, like players just like flying out. I was like, shoot, this guy is like, that's one of those guys who played with that aggression. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even like imagine like coming up within myself to like do that. Anyways, let's call it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting signals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You need
from the crew that
You need
we need to shut this down.
go do your job.
Yeah, go do my job.
Cook.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I do need to cook dinner.
That's your place.
I am the cook tonight. So
Your place.
what's that?
Your place
My place
Yeah.
is in the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
So thank you guys for joining. Appreciate
Yeah.
you guys very, very
It
much.
was a good one, huh?
Huh?
It was a good one.
It was a good one. Yeah, we like this is I love doing this because like it's fun to actually talk to you guys, and like that was a good question. That was actually a really good question. Who asked that question about you?
About
Your background. Is that somebody you know?
No,
Trying to, like,
I
set you
don't
up?
know this guy.
Rewe Bata.
Rewe Bata.
Okay, thank you, Raiwa and Bata, for asking all these questions about Tui.
Usaya Sulsuli.
Okay, thank you, Osea. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for
Yeah,
joining, and we'll do this again on Friday. And until then, stay tuned to our social media throughout the week. If you guys want to hit us up, just send us a message. If you guys got any questions or anything at all that you want us to talk about next week, just keep adding to the story. It'll be there for like another 8 to 12 hours, and I'll screen capture it, write down the questions for Friday's episode. I'll make sure I get to them. In the meantime, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you here at Friday on Friday at 4:30.
4:30.
On for the theater.
Naka. That's what I
Good
said.
Friday.